You'll need to move any furniture or obstructions away from the wall. Also, don't forget to remove anything attached to the wall, like picture hangers, shelves, nails, and outlet plates. But be sure to turn off all electricity before you remove the plates. If your wall is clean and free of debris like this one, you're ready to start. But if it has old flaking paint or cracks, I suggest patching and priming first. Spread a drop cloth on the floor in case things get a little messy, and then fill the included wallpaper tray with cold water. I also recommend the following tools: a smoothing tool, knife, spare blades, sponge, level, drop cloth, and wallpaper tray. Okay, we're ready to install the first panel. We'll need to wet it and book it before we can mount it to the wall. To wet it, loosely roll the panel with the printed side facing in. Soak the panel in the tray for 15 seconds. Then slowly pull the edge out of the tray. Make sure the glue side is up. To book it, lay the panel on the floor, glue side up. Fold the glue side onto itself, like this. Be careful not to flatten or crease the material. It should look like this with the graphics on the outside. Now let it sit for about a minute. Back to work. Here's where that step stool or ladder is going to come in handy. You're going to unfold the top half only, leaving the bottom half still booked. Now you're going to unfold the bottom half. Smoothing it downward and outward as you apply. If you have any large air bubbles, smooth them with the damp sponge, like this. If a bubble is too big, don't smooth it as it may crease the paper. Instead, peel it back and go ahead and reapply. Now, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. You can use that time to wet and book the next panel. If there are any air bubbles larger than about a quarter after 15 minutes, use a wallpaper smoothing tool to smooth them out. Don't worry about smaller air bubbles. They'll dissipate on their own as it dries completely. After you've repeated the wetting and booking process, take the top half of panel 2 and align it to the right of panel 1. Look for an intersection point in the design, such as the diagonal line. Then overlap the panel until the design lines up. Once it's applied, smooth it out like you did for panel 1. Use the same method for the rest of the panels on the right side. It's the home stretch. Time to trim away the excess material. You'll want to use a sharp knife and replace the blades frequently. Take a straight edge to push the panel flush against the wall where it intersects with the ceiling, door, window, or wall. Now, cut away the excess paper with a sharp utility knife. Now you may need to wipe down the wall behind the covered areas to remove any residual adhesive. All right, that's it. You're done. It's easy to remove, so you can update the look as often as you want. Just clear the work area and put down a drop cloth. Get a bucket of water and a sponge and thoroughly wet the wall starting at the top. Once the panel starts to peel away from the wall, run the wet sponge across the leading edge to keep the adhesive wet. Peel the paper back very slowly, wetting the edge as you go. The panel will remove in a single sheet, but some adhesive will remain on the wall. Just sponge off any remaining adhesive, like that, and you're done. Now's the fun part, deciding what to put up next.